It happened at Camp Liberty near the Baghdad airport. An American soldier walked into a combat stress center, a place where military men and women can go to seek help, and opened fire, killing 5 of his fellow soldiers before he was subdued. It's not the first case in this war of a soldier turning his weapon on his own, but it is the worst.
Such a tragic loss of life at the hands of our own forces is a cause for great and urgent concern.
The stress center had been set up for the express purpose of dealing with the explosion of mental problems caused by the repeated deployments and close-quarters combat of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. According to initial reports, the shooter, an Army sergeant, had gone there looking for help, got into an argument, left in such an agitated state that his weapon was taken away from him, but managed to get another one, came back, and gunned down the workers at the center.
It does speak to me, though, about the need for us to redouble our efforts, the concern in terms of dealing with the stress.
According to the most recent figures, 300,000 servicemen and women returning from Iraq and Afghanistan have reported a mental health problem. This email, sent last year from Afghanistan, captures the strain of too much mission for too few soldiers. We are so short now over here that we are starting to see signs of some folks really stressing out. And in the end, it's all due to our personnel shortages.
As long as the demand on forces stays what it is right now, and the supply of forces remains the same, it'll be very difficult for us to do anything with that stress. But we've got to help soldiers understand how they can cope with that stress.
Army Vice Chief of Staff Pete Corelli has been grappling with one of the most extreme consequences of stress, a suicide rate which began this year at record levels, 23 in the month of January, but has now come down to 7 known or suspected cases in April. This was not suicide, of course, but murder. We don't know the motive of the Army sergeant who pulled the trigger, but it seems safe to say that both he and the 5 mental health workers who were supposed to help him were all victims of combat stress.